Do you have the same sense of anticipation you did 2 years ago? I mean, what's burning in your, on your insides right now from the standpoint of what's coming or the opportunity? How does it manifest itself, I guess, from a...
Like I said, it's just this is what you work your whole life for. And I told the young guys today, or not the young guys, but the O-line, this is everything you work for is right here in front of us. So, yeah, after today's practice, I feel good about the way we started off and our attitude towards it. And it's going to be, playing on the biggest stage. It's going to be fun.
Pat, you're up for a couple of huge awards. What does that mean to you just to be in the running for that kind of recognition at the end of a college career like this?
Just an incredible honor. I personally never would have thought I would be up for any type of award, or even my freshman year or my senior year in high school. Never thought I'd be a starter at Ohio State. I never knew what what this journey had in store for me, but I couldn't have done it without my current and former teammates, especially my offensive line teammates. The older guys that are in the NFL right now taught me so much, and the guys in my unit right now are pushing me so hard, and my coaches are, we never let up around here. So it's just an incredible honor, and I'm excited to be a part of that.
Pat, it was this time a year ago you made the decision to come back. I'm just curious, what's it like to be preparing for a game and still going through practice and stuff, and also have a potentially life-altering decision on your hands?
Yeah, it was definitely tough, but I knew my heart was coming back. You just had that feeling inside, but you knew that the decision had to be addressed. So it wasn't too stressful, but it was a decision that had to be made. So it was definitely on my mind a lot.
Pat, you said that earlier, the young guys, then you said, no, not the young guys. How much has that changed with some of these guys who at the beginning of the season were unknown, were kind of young, and what you guys have proven? They're not young anymore, are they?
No, they're an experienced group now. I mean, all the games we've played in and overtime and going down to the last minute, that's a lot of experience under your belt, and we're going to use that experience for our future, and they're going to have to use that experience to lead and be leaders in the group. And as you get older and you become the old guy, use those experiences to lead and teach the young guys that will be there, will soon be there.
How much do those help and give you guys confidence going into this next season?
Yeah, it gives a lot of confidence. Just guys being in those situations before, it's great, and that's why our training is so hard for those overtime games and those fourth quarter drives that you need to have, so they know what it takes to be prepared for those and how to execute them, and they'll be able to use that and teach the young guys why you train so hard, and they've lived that training, and where that training meets opportunity, and you're successful with it.
I asked Billy about this a while ago. You guys have seen almost everything you can throw, a defense can throw at an offense line. Do you feel? He said, yeah. I mean, do you feel that way too? That the experience book is pretty thick?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff this season, and even in the preseason camp and spring ball, our defense, they're getting ready to run their stuff, so they'll throw a bunch of stuff at us then. But until you really see it live on a game field, you don't really get weathered to it.
Yeah.
So now that we've seen a lot of stuff and know how to execute our plays against a lot of different defenses and fronts, it just allows you to work more efficiently and quicker.
The reason I'm bringing it up is because Coach Meyer brought up the other day and has brought up protection at times was one of the problems with the pass offense. I mean, because what can get, shored up, tightened up in that regard in the next 3 weeks that you can tell?
Just guys winning their one-on-one battles, so it's got to work a little technique and just keep getting better and finish.
Yeah, because you've seen it all now. I mean, is that the point?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff, so just got to win your one-on-one battles.
Curtis Samuel in a nutshell now, when I say that name, what comes to mind?
Playmaker.
Did you think going into the season that guy would be your leading receiver on this team? I mean, where has he really stepped up in your mind as you look back on the season and stuff, watching video, et cetera? Where has he definitely improved?
I mean, we knew going into this kid was going to make plays just from his past and how explosive he was and seeing what he can do in practice. So now he had his opportunity to be the guy and our go-to guy, and he definitely took advantage and made all his plays and made a name for himself here. So, I mean, but we all knew that what he could do.
What do you remember about when you committed? I mean, it was kind of a interesting time for everybody.
I remember my high school coach, he knew how bad I wanted to come to Ohio State. So Coach Fickle called him, and my coach just told him, like, he's in, he's committing. So he called me that one day in the summer, and he goes, Pat, it's like, you got it, man, Ohio State. And then I think we came to campus the next day and got a visit and hung out with Coach Fick. So I just remember I was just waiting. I didn't care what the situation here was or what the sanctions or who was in trouble. I didn't care. I just wanted to be at Ohio State.
Did you
Why is
feel?
that?
I mean, I grew up a Buckeye. This was my dream school. I didn't want to go anywhere else.
Did you feel you had to sell yourself to Coach Meyer though after he took over? I mean, did you
Oh, definitely.
convince him you were capable?
Yeah. And some of the coaches will still tell me this day that when they first saw me, they thought I would never play here.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, not just me, but everyone has to sell themselves. But yeah, I had to, prove myself. I wasn't 6'6" and 315. I was a little smaller, and Jacoby was a little smaller, and we both had to prove ourselves. And I remember Coach Meyer, said we won a national championship with a 6-foot center, a 6'2" guard. But we did it, and we had to prove ourselves, and we got the job done.
So you never accepted on your own? Your coach did it for you?
What's that?
You never accepted the scholarship on
I
your
mean, I told him if we got the offer, I was, that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I came in and accepted it, but he knew that I was all in.
And what's it like now to be up for these major awards and Coach Meyer calls you, one of the biggest pieces of your guys' team after everything you went through 5 years ago and having to prove yourself to him?
It's unbelievable. It's somewhere I never thought I would be. And I was just, these past few days, and when we had some time off, and I got to see my family over Thanksgiving and stuff. They're just asking me, did you ever think you would? We were talking about being up for the Remington and stuff. Did you ever think you would be up for these awards? I said, no, this is crazy. It's just been an incredible journey, and it's been so much fun. I don't think you could write a better journey for me. And it's just been so much fun to be a part of and be a part of this great university.
Then did you have to sell other guys on sticking with the program or trying to join in, or did you have to defend Ohio State with all the negative stuff that was out there? Or?
When I was getting recruited?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to come here. I didn't care about who was coming here or who was decommitting. I just wanted to come here. So when all that stuff was going on, I didn't really pay attention. I mean, I did, but wasn't trying to research all of it. I just wanted to come to Ohio State.
Pat, you just talked about the awards and the nominations this year, and obviously what you guys have accomplished. It's pretty much what you laid out, I think, last January when you talked about coming back. So it looks like a success. I just wonder, how would you evaluate the position move, what you've accomplished this year, and the decision that you made?
I'd say it couldn't work out any better. I know coming back, personally, I wanted to win or be up for the Remington. That's why I wanted to win the Remington and be an All-American, get a Buckeye tree, some of the great traditions here. So, and now all that's set out in front of me. So I think it worked out well, and we're playing for national championship in the playoff. So I think you couldn't really write it any better.
Remember what you weighed when you showed up?
I think it was 285, but I wasn't strong. Wasn't Coach Mick weathered. I wasn't Coach Mick yet.
Thanks, guys.